It's time for another episode. I've had a really up and down week. Some things have made me happy and some things have made me sad. I finished uni this week. I had my exam on Tuesday, and that didn't go particularly brilliantly, I don't think. But then it didn't go badly either. It felt really strange to be walking out of an exam for the last time. It made me feel a little bit sick actually, and the whole process of being a university student coming to an end like that, all very suddenly. I hadn't really thought about it before. Got to prepare for graduation, so that's in the middle of July. I'm just in the process of trying to work out how to measure my head. Speaking of my head, actually, my hair's growing again, as you can see. I've had my hair cut as well. So thank you to Tom for doing that for me. You might be able to tell actually I've dyed my hair. I'm actually really grey naturally at 25. My friend Tom came down just for the weekend. We were supposed to all go to the beach. So a few of us had organised to go to the beach Saturday and Sunday, and then ended up not going because the weather was crap. It was the shittiest heat wave the weatherman's ever predicted. So we ended up not going. We just stayed in, kind of hung out, ate pizza, had some beers. It was a pretty predictable turn of events for me recently. So I can order my cap and gown. A friend of mine, Jesse, has suggested that I print off a ruler off the internet and then wrap that around my head. I might have to get a couple because I've got quite a big head. Also done a bit of blogging again this week. I've not been doing an awful lot of blogging lately. I've been more concentrating on this video that you're looking at, so I've actually gone back to doing a bit of written blogging this week. I've posted a couple of entries. On Tuesday I took part in something called Sunscreen Challenge, which is one of the guys off Twitter, Mark, hello, has organised this little event where it's 14 years today on June the 1st since the words to the Baz Luhrmann Sunscreen song were first published in the newspaper in America. And the challenge was to construct your own blog where you're giving some advice to the youth of today. So it was kind of cathartic actually. You kind of made you reflect on everything that you've experienced and find fault in yourself. I find it's quite nicely timed with the whole Google Chrome linking up with the It Gets Better project this week. I also just bashed out a blog on Wednesday as well, just in a space of about an hour, because there's been a lot of talk recently about unfollowing on Twitter with people who are getting annoyed at being unfollowed by people. It sort of went viral, so I had my best ever traffic on my blog on Wednesday. I had over 400 hits, which kind of surprised me actually. I didn't think it was that well written a blog. I think if I'd actually put much more effort into it, it might have done even better. So I think I've got something to learn from that. I'm tempted to take my blog down a particular route where I perhaps focus on one topic and blog much more prolifically, but Twitter as a topic. So talking about things like conversations and how Twitter is used, because it's not very used for broadcasting anymore. It's a lot of the time it's used for conversation. That's not really what it's designed for. And discuss the legalities of it. I've been personally affected by someone's right to privacy on Twitter this week being breached by the media, the press, and I've seen how upsetting that's been for them. I've also started the process of job hunting as well, and oh my god, what a soul-destroying experience. I've done nothing but fire off applications to jobs up in Birmingham for the last sort of few days and not really getting much in the way of response. I sent an application off for the internship I mentioned. I sent that off on Thursday. Again, I haven't heard anything back from that yet, but I think the deadline was only Friday afternoon and it's now Monday evening, so maybe they're just still sifting through, who knows. I can but hope. I've been getting really mad with the whole job application process because they're kind of expecting everyone to have a little bit of experience, like an internship or something like that they've done. And that's great if you've got a family who can support you or income whilst you're working for 12 weeks unpaid in London. But I can't do that. My family aren't in a financial position to support me in that way. I have to work. You know, I'm nearly 26. My birthday coming up, you best celebrate, because you know I can't be relying on my parents for my income. So that's really frustrating at the moment. So someone I know back in Birmingham has suggested that I do a week of unpaid work for one of the local companies that are recruiting up there. I sent off my CV to them earlier this week because they said they had a job available. They didn't really give me any kind of job description, so it ultimately turned out that I didn't have some of the qualifications that they needed, but the guy who it was is keeping a hold of my CV, so I might just suggest to him that if he has any opportunities, I'll go and cut my teeth there for a week if I can. I'm pretty nervous though, because I've got to move up to Birmingham in sort of about 8 weeks time, something like that, and I've asked my current employers for a transfer up there, but they've been particularly quiet about that. I've also asked to change my shift, so I'm not working Saturdays anymore, but they haven't done that either yet. I've pretty much decided I'm going to treat myself when I do graduate and get myself my first proper job, because I bought a new car in January, brand new car, because my old car was giving me so much trouble, and I went out and bought this brand new car, and I essentially bought the car with the longest warranty that I could find, and in the end it turns out that I don't actually like the car that much at all, so I'm going to stick it out for another sort of 6 months until I've got a good income, because I'm well aware that my first job isn't going to necessarily pay that well, but if I do then get a well-paid job, I've decided I'm going to trade it in and buy the car that I actually wanted to buy.
Which is an Alfa Romeo Mito in red.
I'm not even going to talk to you about my fitness this week. Like, not a single push-up. Really enjoyed spending some good quality time with my friends in Cardiff this week, though. So to anyone who might be watching it that I've seen this week, Lee, Chris, Swirl, Bax, Mikey, Ollie, when you came down as well, thank you everyone for keeping my spirits up, especially because I've been home alone a lot this week. My housemate's been off in Birmingham and London. So I think if I'd have been sat at home by myself, I'd have probably gone stir crazy. So thank you. Finally, just want to say goodbye to Sarah, who's gone home from uni this weekend, which has kind of been a bit strange. I can't believe I won't have you just around the corner. So obviously you're miles away, and Danny, you're going as well soon. But I think we all need to organise, between us, those of us that have been doing the English course at Cardiff Uni for graduating in 2011, we all need to organise to get together once a year if we just organise it well enough in advance. So with that in mind, I will see you guys next week. Bye.